Think of your goal as the Grand Canyon. Look at the Grand Canyon. It is grand. It is immense. It is deep. It is a canyon that has been forged because of water, like a small stream going through little by little. But every day that water goes through that canyon, and eventually that water has cut through so often at such a persistent and consistent rate that it has created that deep canyon. Think of yourself as that water. What up, Sleigh Bells? I hope you are doing well. I'm Christina, and this is where I talk about productivity, personal development, and the girl boss mindset to help us slay our day. So if you're interested in that kind of content, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below. So it's the new year, so naturally I'm going to be talking about goals. Everyone has a renewed sense of vigor and vitality and will to get their goals done. But a lot of times people fizzle out and forget their goals because they are not approaching it in a way that they're supposed to. You need to put attention to your goals and know that it is going to take time. I don't want you to be one of those people that sets a goal and doesn't achieve it, because this becomes a habit, and this is how we view ourselves. If we start accomplishing goals, or at least small steps towards those goals, we will see ourselves as a person who does achieve goals and somebody who can get things done. I want you to see yourself like that, and I don't want you to see yourself as somebody who lies to themselves and cannot achieve anything. No, 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 no. That is not the type of people we are on this channel. So I'm going to be talking about small steps and consistency. So it's the new year. I bet you have a whole bunch of new goals. I want you to look at your goal and evaluate, is this something that is really important to you? If it's not, then that's okay. It's good to try something. But I want you to evaluate, is this goal something important? If it is, then you want to look at the time frame that you have in order to achieve this goal. And then you want to break it up into smaller action steps. I talked about this in my other video. But with those smaller action steps, those are your small and steady, consistent steps that you are going to need to take every day. So I want you to remember two things when you are looking towards your goal. I want you to have tunnel vision. I want you to be so focused on this goal that you are trying to achieve, and know that at the end of the tunnel, you will see the light. But during that journey, inside of the tunnel, you don't see anything, but you need to have faith and go through that tunnel, even if it is completely dark. I hope this metaphor is translating, but what I mean is tunnel vision. Go forth step by step in front of you. And number two, you need to have patience. You need to know that things that are worth it are not going to come overnight. It takes work to achieve something that really matters, and you are going to need to have the patience in order to see your goal through. So tunnel vision and patience. Now, another thing I want you guys to remember when you're setting goals and trying to achieve these goals is to measure your own progress, not to look at the progress of everybody else and compare yourself. They have a different journey. Other people have different skills and a different path that they are taking. You have your own path. Comparison can rob you of the joy of your journey. Look at your own progress and measure your growth against yourself. Have you done better this month than last month? Do you see yourself evolving and getting better and completing your mini action steps? Measure yourself against yourself. And that's why I like that metaphor, tunnel vision. You are looking straight through the tunnel to get to the end of your own journey. It is dark inside the tunnel, and you're not worried about what everyone else is doing. It's really about your own progress. All right, so now that we have that out of the way, I want to give you some tips on how to achieve your goals. And number one is to commit to that goal. You're not going to get better at something. You're not going to, suddenly become a doctor or a lawyer without studying or doing something every day, carving out that time. So you need to commit. If this is something that you really want, you need to commit time into getting this goal. Number 2 is to make a checklist each week of the different things that you want to achieve for this particular goal. What are you going to do this week to advance your progress? I want you to have at least 3 things on your list that you're going to do each week that is going to help you finish these different action steps. All right, so number 3 is kind of like number 1, and it is to make your goal a priority. You're never going to get anywhere if you don't make this something that is important in your life. So make sure that you know that this is something that is a priority and you need to devote time to every day. Number 4 is to model yourself after other successful people. Success leaves clues. That's why reading autobiographies are very, very powerful and helpful. Listening to podcasts of other people's experiences, listening to TED Talks. Success leaves clues. Look at somebody who's successful in their field, in something that you want to achieve, and see what they did. See what roads that they took. I'm not saying to compare yourself. I'm saying to use them as a guide and a roadmap for what you need to do, because if they're successful, I'm sure that they made mistakes. This might help you in avoiding pitfalls in your own journey of achieving goals. Number 5 is to have a constant state of reflection and self-awareness. At the end of the day and at the end of the week, look and evaluate. Did you do something that furthered your goal? Did you put time in different tasks that you needed to do to get yourself to accomplish your mini action steps? You need to be honest with yourselves and really look at what you're doing or not doing, so that you're not saying, well, I tried everything, I was not able to accomplish this goal, or instead complaining that it's taking too long. No, you need to evaluate, are you really taking steps towards achieving this goal? You need to be patient, and it does take small steps, but you do need to take those steps every day, every week, hammering away at this larger thing that you want to achieve. The last thing that I want to talk about is the compound effect. Small steps, small actions that ends up compounding, in which you will reap large rewards from the little things that you do every day. So if you're imagining a sculptor who is chipping away at this big block of granite, and you're looking at him like he's crazy, like you're never going to get anywhere, and at the very end, in a year or 2 years, there's an amazing sculpture, that is the result of a series of small steps that were consistently taken. I want you to be patient and to consistently do those small steps and have faith in yourself. And at the end, you're going to have this large reward or benefit, which is accomplishing your goal. It is hard to have faith, and it is hard to think like, oh, I'm never going to get there. But I guarantee you, it is patience and small steps, hammering away at something day after day, one foot after the other. Little by little, you will get there. So that's what I have to say about goal setting and goals. You need to constantly evaluate, but you also need to have those small steps and believe in those small steps. Well guys, I think that's all I have for you today. If you like this video, please like this video. Subscribe down below on more videos on goals and productivity. And in the meantime, I hope you're staying sane and safe. And don't forget to keep learning and stay curious. Bye.